Hey, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Like personally, I'm not gonna lie. I won't lie to you. Sometimes you suck as. I'm just saying. I'm saying you suck as a teammate.
Suck as a teammate? Why?
Because sometimes when I say, "Hey, don't board. I need you on the boat," you just board anyway. Like trust me, and then we fucking sink or we die.
Trust me, bro.
Only like you're getting better at it. I will say that. You only board whenever they're fucking when we fucking hit them like 10 times and they're.
Are you tired of losing PvP in Sea of Thieves? Getting called a sword lord? Getting called unskillful because you're using Bloodrust sword? In this video, I'm going to cover everything you need to know in Sea of Thieves pirate vs pirate combat. I'll leave timestamps down below in the description so you can skip ahead to specific parts of the video. Anyways, starting with ship combat. Stock up. It's important to stock up on supplies where you start up in Hourglass or engage in combat. Ways you can stock up your ship with supplies varies when you just spawn in and grab a full inventory of supplies from barrels at your outpost. If you have the gold, it will really help you if you buy supplies from the ship seller or the merchant alliance. Also, dropping by forts for supplies is worth it a lot of the time. Crew rules. Shout out to this guy on Reddit that explained everything very well. However, I will say that rules change and sometimes you need to put more towards another rule depending on the situation. For example, if you're on a sloop, you can't have 4 roles, so the both of you have many roles, and depending on how many roles you have or if one of you dies and many more specific stuff, you need to be prioritizing what you're doing. For example, if you have a lot of holes and your ship is about to sink, you should be bucketing to keep your ship up. But if you have an angle on them and you know your ship will be fine for a bit, even if you have holes, you should be cannoning them to apply pressure on them. So don't take this as a fixed thing that never changes, but as a main role of your crew and to decide who is more comfortable with what. All right, moving on to cannons. So whoever's doing it, someone needs to turn your ship hard right or hard left and then raise sails so you can get a cannon angle for your ship and get cannons in. You see how in this situation the ships are very close distance, and this means you should be shooting chain shots to knock down their masts to get in a death spin, which means you spin in a circle and keep canning them to get different holes on their ship. Because you need to remember this, canning in the same spot is bad. Majority of the time, you want to be trying to cannon multiple holes into your opponent's ship. As the hole is maxed out at its tier 3, which is the largest hole it can get, it's not getting any worse. If you're both canning at each other, you're going to want to try to aim near their cannoneer so you can get them knocked off, or possibly even one-ball them if you hit them directly, which will kill them. Moving on to boarding and guarding. Okay, so whenever you're in combat, sometimes you're going to want to board your opponent, and this depends with the amount of pirates in your crew, to how many holes you have, how many holes they have, if you're chasing or being chased, and more specific stuff. So I'm going to list some times that you'll likely be wanting to board. Number 1, if you're being chased and your ship is okay on water level, then absolutely you're in no threat, so jump off now. Try and swim underwater if you're lined up to their ladder. Swimming underwater so you're more stealthy, and don't move so you can reduce as much noise as possible. And if your mermaid pops up, swim to the opposite ladder of your mermaid. Once you're almost to the ladder, you can keep the stealth, but if you think they'll still know that you're there, then chuck fire bombs at the chip and maybe some blunder bombs at them to throw them off. Now when you catch the ladder, right before you climb up all the way, go down and back up really fast, or let go and grab the ladder really fast to reduce your chances of getting one blundered. If you don't see them guarding you looking down, then go all the way up and try to anchor them. Spawn kill them and chuck as many fire bombs you think you can from their barrels before they respawn, and maybe ram into rock or islands for holes. If it's Hourglass, take them out of bounds to blow up their ship. Otherwise, if you are playing with the crew, you should be trying to buy as much time for your team to pull up with cannons. Speaking of cannons, usually you want to board when your opponent has holes in this situation. They don't have holes yet, but it's perfectly fine to board here because my teammate is getting holes into them as I'm attempting to board. Now I missed the board, which is bad on me, but then my teammate knocks down their mast, which lets me swim over to keep them from repairing. Moving on to guarding your ladders, you need to remember this sound. And of course, the mermaid noise. This will let you know if somebody grabs your ladder or is attempting to board you. Here's a clip of that happening. You can step up a little to get an angle on them and shoot them off the ladder, or even blunder them off. Thanks for watching. If you want to watch more Sea of Thieves content from me, consider clicking the playlist bottom right. If you want more in-depth videos on PvP and Sea of Thieves, please help me fight the YouTube algorithm by subscribing and liking the video if you enjoyed. Peace.